This is not over, though. This is going to go right to the wire tonight.
It absolutely is.
And the atmosphere here is absolutely electric. You can see that the crowd just goes so quiet as these riders get on course. They're jumping every fence with them.
He's just riding his plane at the moment. He's not going crazy. He picks up the pace where he can. Now he's going to set up this turn. Does it beautifully.
But if he can go clear, he's going to put so much pressure on.
Now he's going to push go a bit. Great turn.
Final one.
And there we have it.
And jumps the last 35.96. Kent Farrington and Gazelle jump clear. It's our first double clear here in Lexington. There's only one combination that can catch them here. Is it going to be Kent or is it going to be Margie Engle?
He's been knocking at the door all week. He's already finished second and third here this week alone. He wants a win. He executes his plan, gets the job done. The pressure is on. This is the only clear round of 8 jump-off rounds we've seen at this point. It is all down to Margie Engle and Deacon's.
And this really could take the win. I mean, Margie was unlucky in Washington. She's bringing a different horse back. Well, Daniel Bluman, the best we've seen so far. We've mentioned luck. And, you know, this combination, I think that's all it comes down to, because it would have to be bad luck for them not to be ending up in the top 3. This is McLean Ward, this is Contagious. This is a combination that have been right to the very top of the sport. I mean, this is surely the odds-on favourite.
There's no greater pressure than having to deliver a clear round to force a jump off for gold in the Olympic Games, and that's the pressure that these two have faced already this year. Very different circumstances here tonight, very different venue, but these two are in great form with great confidence.
And I think this horse must give him a great feel. It's almost saying, let me at him, let me at him.
Oh, and almost a little bit too much there.
And we talked about luck. Wow, it's been so interesting, this competition tonight.
The riders are really going for it, and things are just that much more difficult and technical when you speed things up. That's what we're seeing, a lot of riders being competitive. This is the sport we want to see, and it's not easy. And we still have 3 tremendous combinations. But now there has to be a little bit thinking in the back of your mind, okay, I need to keep these jumps up and not just fly around here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because now if you're clear, you're on the podium.
Exactly, you've got a top 3 finish, you've got lots of World Cup points, you've got some good prize money. Well, just before there, for McLean Ward and Contagious, representing the United States of America. 3 combinations left to come.
That if you jump clear, you're going to finish in the top 5 tonight. But you look at these riders and know that none of them is going to be satisfied with that.
No, I was going to say, I don't think that's going to change the plan of any of these guys. They want to be in the top 1. That's where they want to be. This is Daniel Bluman, Lariano Z for Israel. And we're starting to kind of fade into the sort of business end of the jump off. It's been a bit of a slow starter, but I think it's going to come to an exciting climax.
I mean, each of these remaining riders is a championship rider.
Yeah.
This is really only what you could hope for in a jump off.
Absolutely. These guys have all had a medal of some sort hanging around their neck at one point or another. I mean, look how tight he can go in here. Look at that.
Wow, what a turn. He knows his horse has such a big step. Oh, a heartbreaker.
Getting that turn and then just catching that back bar. But that's the sort of turn we're going to see win this jump off.
And again, the turn back to that vertical. I mean, this is a sensational ride and just a bit unlucky. I mean, that's what you've got to do with a little bit more luck on your side, essentially.
32.62. Just before there for Daniel Bluman. It's the best we've seen so far. It's not the fastest time we've seen so far. Mark Bluman, of course, 31.24 on 8 faults.
You know,
that slice was spectacular.
Well, the track was what was so great. Like you said, this horse isn't the fastest, but has the step. and Daniel really gave a masterful ride for his horse to save the ground where he could. And unfortunately, the luck didn't go his way. Blockbuster cast tonight. Kent Farrington takes the win with his longtime partner, Gazelle. Ken, the jump off played out a little bit differently than maybe we would have expected. How did your strategy maybe change after seeing the few that went before you?
Yeah, I go very late. You know, this is a seasoned partner for me. She's been an incredible horse for my career. I can't say enough about her. You know, this played into her hand today that I didn't really have to press her. The first round, she was hyper careful being in an indoor, so I had to jockey her around pretty strong. And the second round, I thought she settled in, and we got to kind of hand canter it and come home with the win today. So only one after us. I thought a slick clear, put pressure on the last one was the way to do it, and it worked out today.
Certainly executed that plan. This mare has danced so many big dances with a tremendous resume. What kind of confidence does that give you, knowing you have a partner like that in a class like this?
I mean, it's you know, one of the best horses in the world, and she has been, and you know, she always delivers. She tries her best. She's so careful, just what you need in a modern show jumper. So anytime we've had a struggle, it's only because she has so much quality and tries so hard. I'm really glad I brought her here. I thought she needed some smaller rounds last week and to practice indoors before Geneva later in the year. So so far so good. And still some more to do this year, but I'm thrilled with her today, and great finish to the show.
Well, a testament to you, how you've really prolonged the longevity of her career, still jumping at the top of her game. Congratulations to you, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
You're good? Okay, super. McLean, another great finish for Contagious. This horse seems to just be more confident than ever and jumped a super first round. How pleased are you with this horse's year?
I'm thrilled with him. Obviously, Olympics was a major accomplishment. Really proud of the way the horse performed, and since the games, he's been lights out. Unfortunately, we've been a little bit bridesmaid, a couple big Grand Prix, but he's performing fantastic.
A blockbuster jump-off lineup. What was your strategy heading into the ring, knowing what was to come behind you?
It's a little frustrating because it ends up being really a different competition for Daniel and I than Kent. You know, we knew he was coming. He puts pressure because we know he's a super fast rider and one of the best in the world. And so that's what we were competing against. And, you know, we both made a little error, didn't go our way, and gave him a pretty nice gift tonight. But that's the sport, and frustrating for us. But, you know, he's also cool and got it done.
What's next for you in this horse?
Contagious is now going to have a well-deserved rest, a little downtime before the winter circuit in Wellington.
Congrats again, another great result and a super horse that you brought along.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the owners and everybody involved with him.
Super. Thank you, McLean. All right, Daniel, whenever you're ready. All right, they'll just get reset.
You're looking at the camera.
You can just look at me. Sorry, Denise, I missed you there. Just let me know. Okay, super. Daniel, this is a tremendous horse. He jumped a brilliant clear round. How is he feeling to you at the moment?
Feels great. You know, it's I cannot even express how happy I am to have him back. You know, he had an injury at the beginning of the year, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. You know, an emotional roller coaster for many reasons. He's a very special horse for us, and this is only his second show back, his first Grand Prix. His first Grand Prix in more than 14 months, and he felt amazing.
He jumped lights out, brought you into a very competitive jump-off where things kind of changed and maybe had a few surprises. How did things play out for you?
Well, you know, it was a jump-off that we know was going to be very fast. You have a very great group of horses and riders, and definitely the later you went in the order today played a bit of an advantage because, I mean, at the moment when I was going, I knew I still had McLean and Kent and Tiffany, you know, so Tiffany comes fresh from winning. So that was going to play a big, and Margie, you know, of course, you know. So, I mean, I had four very fast riders coming after me, and I knew there was nobody clear before me, but I just couldn't ride the clear round, you know. It was for me, it made sense to put the best time I could, and actually I thought the horse was phenomenal. If anything, the rail that he had down in the jump-off was him trying to do the job very well, and just think the back rail, which was a little bit the same he did in the qualifier. He just needs to get a few more rounds, but it was great. And then, you know, McLean came really, really close, just a little bit faster than me. And then, okay, Kent had it, you know. Kent knew what he had to do. Kent and I are good friends. I told him when we were in the warm-up area, I mean, do this and do that. And I think you got a very nice shot of winning it with only Margie coming after. And he delivered, and he's a great champion, so good for him today.
So we can give you some of the credit too then for that win.
No, I mean, I definitely wouldn't take any of the credit. The credit is all for him and for his team. But I, you know, it just shows that we're in a sport that although we're competing, you know, we're friends, you know, and he has done the same for me in the past. So I'm just really happy that things played out good for him, because if he ended up second after I told him to just go not so fast, then that would have been a little bit of a problem.
Said brilliantly. Absolutely sensational to see Lariano Z back. And where will we see more of the two of you?
Yeah, well, Lariano is fresh. He's feeling good. I am thinking he's going to jump in a few weeks in the 4-star in Wellington, just to sort of finish the year on that note. And then next year I have a plan of maybe 6 to 8 shows for him. I mean, like I said, he's a great champion. He's definitely one of the best horses in the world. Without a doubt, one of the best horses I will ever get to ride, and I've ridden a lot of good horses, and I currently have some very special horses, so I need to make sure that I take that responsibility the right way, and I make the right plan for him, and hopefully I can have him for a few more seasons.
Congratulations on the result and the comeback.
Thank you very much.
To Kent Farrington and Gazelle that take the victory here in Lexington on leg number 4 of the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup North American League. Currently number 7 in the world, but proving to be the best here this evening. A great win there for Kent. And had this jump off played out a little bit differently, he could have been much faster. I would say 4 seconds faster with Gazelle, if he needed to be. But he's so analytical in his way of thinking. He's got the experience, he's got the horse sitting underneath him, and he knew exactly what he needed to do to put enough pressure on Margie without having to go for broke and then perhaps having an unlucky rail. Great tactics, great horseman, great horsepower, and that's the ingredients that were required to take the win here in Lexington.
National Horse Show, Mr. William Wees, and the President of the National Horse Show, Jennifer Bergen, to make the presentations to our winner, and Jan Casimir coming forward to present the new Longines watch to the winning rider. It is congratulations and a big win. Hopefully you see him in the final 2. Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Lexington is won by Kent Farrington. And coming forward with Mr. Philip Rose on FEI Foreign Judge is Mr. William Weeks, Chair of the National Horse Show, and Jennifer Bergen, President of the National Horse Show as well, presenting more of the fantastic silverware, the great historic trophies here from the National Horse Show. And it's a 3-time now that Kent Farrington has put his name on the trophy here at the National. Well done to Kent, and once again, historic finish. Let's back with Chair of the Trophy Committee. Coming up, presenters to 2nd and 3rd. In 2nd place is a 5-time winner of this title. In 2nd, the Beechwood Stable.